I think that's the way of the world.
Well, I don't think
every man for themselves nowadays. That's
I don't think our
opinions
opinions are different though. You wouldn't think that's acceptable to do to a dog. What if I got that dog and put them in a blender right now? Do you know what's about to happen? So they're getting sexed right now. So if they're male, they're about to go in a blender. And if you pay for eggs, then you've got to be able to look at it. There we go.
I don't even want to.
Yeah. But we can pay for it so easily. You know what I mean? Isn't that weird? Do you know what this is for then?
For us to eat, yeah.
Yeah. Well, not just eat, we use animals in loads of different ways, but yeah, that's for beef. And yeah, we're showing all sorts, fish, all the bycatch and everything. Do you eat animals?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I ain't gonna support you guys. I just want to see it. I love my meat and stuff. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you.
I did. I used to eat like heart rice and stuff. I used to love. I couldn't even think of a world without it. But then something switched in my head, and then I've just been eating like vegan burgers, vegan bacon. There's an abundance of it now. There's literally like Hank's down the road that does burgers.
Yeah, but you know you couldn't watch it. You know it's bad.
Yeah, well that's a good question though. Like if it's not good enough for your eyes, how's it good enough for you to like pay for?
It tastes nice.
But the taste though, when you think about it, have you ever had raw flesh?
Yeah.
Unseasoned, nothing.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay would scream in your face and tell you that was raw and disgusting, all right?
Yeah.
It's the flavour, it's the oils, the herbs, the spices. It's those that make the dish different. And what are they? They're vegan. You just get like all these different things you can buy from Tesco. Like, it's kind of a joke how easy it is to just buy these products. You go to Tesco online, shop, type the word vegan and you'll find vegan chicken, you'll find vegan bacon. I can't really taste the difference. No.
I've tried vegan.
Oh yeah, I just think it's bland personally.
Well, the question is though, like we are talking about. Do you know what's about to happen? So they're getting sexed right now. So if they're male, they're about to go in a blender. And if you pay for eggs, then you've got to be able to like look at it, because that's what's happening. Every time you pay for an egg, they're about. There we go.
I don't even want to.
Yeah. But we can pay for it so easily. You know what I mean? Isn't that weird? Like, we are so... there it is.
Yeah, but that's that. The way my opinion, obviously your opinion is completely different, and in your eyes, I'm completely wrong. But I just think that's the way of the world.
Well, I don't think our
every man
opinions...
for themselves nowadays.
I don't think our opinions are different though. You wouldn't think that's acceptable to do to a dog. What if I got that dog and put them in a blender right now? You wouldn't think that's okay. What if I got that human over?
But out in China, that would be fine.
Well, I mean that's a stereotype.
You get what I mean.
But there's no morally significant difference. All it is a social norm. We've been brought up and told that's okay. But if you can't even look at it, it's not okay, is it? It's not the way of the way of the world. Might be murder. It might be pillaging. It might be all these things that have happened. But no. Look at history. Things have changed. Things are constantly changing because we say that's not okay and make that change. 100 years ago, it's the way of the world. We wouldn't have been able to vote because we were women. We wouldn't have been able. We would have been in a marriage. We would have been able to have men forced upon us. Like even in the 80s, this was happening. The world is constantly changing, but it takes so much longer if people just go, oh, that's it. That's just how it is. Like, the phrase that really messed me up was when I heard that it's not bad people who make the world bad, it's people who are good and they just sit by and let bad things happen.
Yeah, I understand that.
So I think we actually agree, it's just, there's a defeatism here.
I can watch that, and that does, in a way, that just doesn't bother me.
I mean, it doesn't have to bother you. I'm not. So you could be completely indifferent. I've been in so many farms and I've seen that so much that sometimes it doesn't even bother me. Like I've seen it 100 times. It's about
happen, whether you're never going to stop.
Well, no.
Sorry,
I mean,
I don't think you're doing as much as you can here. Fair enough. I understand what you guys are doing, but that's never going to stop.
Well, I mean, open a history book and look at all the things that we've done. We put people in Iron Maidens when we thought that they were mentally unstable and left them to die. We don't do that anymore. Someone would have said, that's just the way it is. That won't change. You won't get people. But so what if it really doesn't change? If murder never stops of humans, right? Does that mean you can murder? Why are we waiting for other people to do the work for us when we could literally just go, right, I'll just make sure when I go to that burger shop it's a vegan one.
I just feel sorry for the people that are
Oh,
sitting
not
there.
the bloody monkeys.
A monkey?
Oh, this is for animal testing, vivisection. So you just have to be careful when you like cosmetics and stuff like that. Is it animal tested? Like, is it got vegan? But we have companies like Super Drug Boots. They label things vegan, so you don't have to pay for that. But yeah, it's not about whether or not it's uncomfortable. It's about whether or not it's right or wrong. And you wouldn't justify me putting a human in a blender. You wouldn't justify me putting a dog in a blender. There's no morally significant difference between these animals. Yeah, nothing.
Not the cows. You know how I feel about
I
the
seen
cows.
something the
That's
other
for dairy.
day. I've seen this in my mate actually went on an actual farm the other day, and he told me exactly what happens.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
That's artificial insemination, and they're going to steal their babies from them so that we can have their milk. That's why you just don't drink cow's milk. It's not for us. It's for their babies, and their babies get shot in the head. And that's what veal is.
Yeah,
Or
I know these things. I do.
Yeah.
I just feel sorry for people that hold them TVs. Their arms must be fucking bad. Like,
well, that's it's because we care enough to just stand there and just try and show people. Because we hope that, for me, that was enough. Because for me, if I think something's wrong and I can't, I'm like, right, what can I do? And I think the world would be a better place if we did that.
We know when the cows are born.
Yeah, well, the cows are having their babies stolen from them right now. But yeah, cows are gorgeous, intelligent creatures, and there is literature on how upset and distressed they feel when their babies are taken. Because obviously it makes sense. I have never had a baby, but if I had one and someone tried to steal them from me, it'd be one of the worst things you could do. And they're not. There's nothing special about humans that means it's not.
Turn around.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, I feel like you should try and like say to yourself, like, if I'm going to keep paying for this, I have to sit there and watch it.
Yeah, but when a bit
she
of
doesn't
meat
have
is
to pay for it. I do.
Well, that's the disconnection.
brought-
Yeah.
bit of meat is brought to me on a plate, I don't sit there and think what happens. 'cause,
yeah.
Like that is how things are. Like I just think, oh, I'm just gonna eat it. It's food.
I totally get it. There's this disconnection, but it is entailed in that product right now.
True,
Like,
but when you open a menu, it doesn't say like.
no, it
exactly
wouldn't,
how
because you wouldn't buy it.
happens.
You would go,
I
right,
don't-
I'm going to go to the vegan place.
This is you guys don't eat you're vegans or vegetarians. I don't know what a vegan
So
is.
vegan, we have like vegan leather boots. It's like Dr. Martens, that's the vegan boot.
Yeah, I understand that. I just don't. Obviously, there's these little kids around seeing these things. I don't think that is fair. That's my opinion.
I understand, but I was a child once, and I think it's actually more messed up that my parents didn't tell me what I was doing. I was going, Mummy, animals, I love the animals, and they were taking me to see the animals. They took me to farms to see these lovely animals, who then I was eating at lunchtime. I think that's more fucked up than me knowing what actually happens. I know there's,
Yeah, but
but
what,
if
the
there's a
kids
kid
go
that don't
home.
know
If
about
the
that.
kids go home and stuff like that, and then they start having nightmares and stuff, like maybe that's down to the child to decide. It's down to each person to decide.
Well, that's the thing. The
if they
children
want
can't
to
make.
eat
I couldn't make a decision. When I told my parents I wanted to go vegan, they were furious. I couldn't make that decision for myself. I think it's more messed up. If children are going to look at that, children are very inquisitive. They know, all this kind of social norm that we push onto people about, like, oh yeah, not a dog though, because they do that, wherever else, and that's messed up. But here we're special, and we don't, we just kill these animals, and we actually, I actually thought that. But it takes a lot of really having a look at that and trying to logically justify the morality of that situation. I can't do it. And though it might keep happening, it doesn't mean for no other. If you are saying things that you wouldn't say,
Let me say you can't watch that. I agree with if you're can't watch that. We've just been to Nando's and you've just eaten.
see, Nando's have loads of vegan. I haven't been there for ages.
You
but-
just said.
Cows are cute though.
Hang on.
Chicks are cool, but you're eating it. So
Why does an animal have to be cute though? I'm ugly as fuck. Does that mean I can get shot in the head? Just because I look Megan? Nah. Why does someone have to be cute for us to care about?
I feel a bit bad.
I think it is a battered way of the world nowadays. I think it is. It might be
But-
me being arrogant, but I just think it's just the way
Again, it is the way it is, but we actively, it's all well and good to say, oh, that's how it is, but every day we are paying for it, or we decide not to. So every day
yeah.
I wake up and I'm like, no, I'm not going to pay for that.
I'm sorry, but this is a guy dressed as a pig walking around. I can't. I'm sorry.
Well, can I guess him because he's dressed as a pig?
I suppose you could do.
Yeah,
Go out.
most pigs go
I'm
into...
sorry, that is just. Oh, God.
if he were an actual pig running around right now, it would be fine to put him in a gas chamber, apparently. Because that's the way of the world.
They shock them, didn't they?
But no, they go in gas chambers primarily. That's how they're mainly killed.
I've seen it with eyes. I've seen they electrocute when they're in the trucks. I've seen it.
Yeah, some of it's electrocuted, but the majority, like the pigs around here...
There's two prongs, and they go...
Yeah, but that's for stunning, and then they slit their throat. But the more economical way to do it, because they can put so many... there's actually a gas chamber round here. I can't remember where it's nearby. And that's where the pigs, the free-range pigs you see running around, they go to multiple gas chambers around the UK.
Yeah.
But no matter what, any of these things we talk about, getting electrocuted to death, getting stabbed to death, getting gassed to death, none of this would be acceptable. Hey! None of it. And if you think it's the way of the world and you're somebody...
Everyone has opinions.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, I'd like to think, because you know when we look back at things that happened a long time ago...
I have sat there and I have spent hundreds of pounds on just a piece of steak, like, because it's a fill or whatever. But watching this, I'm not going to stop. Like, it's... Sorry, mate.
No, but...
No, it's just one of them things. I get where you guys are coming from. There's pros and there's cons from, of course, but... Yeah.
I get it, but... If we look back at history, we look at bad things that happened, and we question, how was that even like something that people did? It is done because people just let it happen. Yeah. And they didn't make that change because society said, oh no, you can actually engage in that behaviour, that's fine. It's not fine. When we want to logically try and pass through it, we can't make justification. And if you can't, then it really calls for your behaviour to change. Otherwise you are complicit in that. And if you can't even justify it, then I don't know why it's being done. But look, I'd look into it. I really would look into it.
I'm honestly, I'll give it to her
yeah.
because I am not going to stop eating it. I'm
All right.
sorry.
I said that. Thank you.
I know.